There comes a moment in many lives, quiet, unnoticed, when the soul cries not for answers, but for stillness. Amid the din of urgency and the clamor of duties, something within whispers, "Be here." And yet, we fidget, we scroll, we rush on. Always elsewhere, never now. In that ache lives the need for ritual. Not ceremony, not routine, but ritual. Sacred acts, repeated not out of compulsion, but reverence. Let us consider a man, Harold, who for years chased wisdom in books, podcasts, philosophies. He consumed knowledge like firewood, hoping to kindle insight, and yet he remained cold. He knew much, but lived little. Then one morning, he brewed tea, not hurriedly, but with care. He felt the heat in his palms, watched the steam curl like incense in a temple, heard the waters hush. 10 minutes passed, undisturbed by tasks or goals. He drank and did nothing else. He called it his morning pause. And though it seemed small, it became his teacher. Ritual is the cradle of mindfulness. It is the act that tells time. Here, now, this. Not for efficiency, but for presence. Not to escape life, but to enter it. And how peculiar it is that in an age of speed, it is the slow, repeated gesture that brings us back to truth. The brush of hair before sleep, the lighting of a candle at dusk, the journal closed with a sigh. These are not habits of productivity. They are habits of remembrance. For wisdom is not found in knowing much, but in knowing deeply. And depth cannot be hurried. One cannot crash through wisdom as one does a deadline. One must sit with it, as one does with a friend, regularly, faithfully, with quiet regard. So if you seek mindfulness, do not wait for a grand awakening. Begin with a ritual, brief, ordinary, and sacred. Let it hold you to the moment. Let it remind you of the slow power of being awake. And in our next chapter, we shall speak of the great interrupter of wisdom, noise, and how to build silence into a world that fears it.